Hey, welcome to the Social Space. This is the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world. I strip at the beginning these days. That's our, should I say our policy real quick? Let me. I'm Eric CROSSLIN. I'm one of your hosts here of the Social Space. And sitting to my left this time, not Jackie Hager, Brittany Douglas, back from vacation.
I know, it was a long vacation.
Yeah, where did you go?
I went to California. It was great.
Was it?
That's why she had to stay home for a week.
Yeah, we make sure she didn't bring back any Rona.
Yeah.
And
we don't
I'm
know when
good.
we'll see Jackie again.
Yeah.
Yep.
To her left, Andrew Bell.
Yes.
Rona free.
Yes. So far.
So far, so good.
So far,
You
so
feel
good.
comfortable sitting next to her?
I don't know. I keep scooching this way just a little bit.
Well, hey, today's our football show. Oh, first off, real quick, our policy is if the guest wants to wear a mask, I'm going to wear a mask since I'm sitting right next to him. And sitting right next to me right now, Marc Bindel with a C.
That's
Coach
right.
of Ryder?
That's
Roho?
right.
Is that right?
That is correct.
I'm not
That's
from
correct.
around here. What's Roho?
Roho is right on honorable ones. It's kind of our little moniker, our battle cry of the Ryder brand.
Yep.
It brings them a mystique with it.
Does
Helps
it?
us win games.
Does it?
Believe in the Roho. Oh yeah.
Does it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It does.
Oh,
It does.
awesome.
So y'all may not know, but Mark is a good friend of mine.
Oh, we know.
Oh, okay. And anyways, we play fantasy football together. We play music together.
That's right.
Yeah, we just hang out.
Andrew is a very, very talented drummer.
Is that right?
Not
Yes,
true.
and I think he's a very talented. That is true. What's not true, what I was going to say is I think he's a talented singer, but he never sings. That's
Really?
probably not true.
That
Yeah,
is
we
not
know that. Your brother
Yeah.
can sing.
But anyways, since me and Mark are buddies, and today is all about football
Yes.
and the surrounding area of football, I want to know what is the biggest accomplishment of your football career so far? What do you take most pride in?
Oh, the biggest accomplishment. I don't know. I would think just from a societal standpoint, there was 2 years ago where we started our season awful. We had a lot of injuries. We were like 1-4, 1-5, and coaching high school football, there's not a lot of job security. I don't know how it is in the marketing business.
Whatever we do here.
but in high school football, head coaches' job security is not,
Yeah.
it's not 100%. So we started out a bad season, and then just our coaches staying together, our kids staying together, and we started to kind of get on a roll, and we went 5 rounds deep in the playoffs, and just that turnaround and getting the kids to come together and believe. I mean, we did win a lot of playoff games, but just getting them to stay, keep playing hard, and get stuff turned around.
That's what every
Definitely
football
hard.
movie is. You
Yeah.
they're terrible, and then they
Yeah.
turn it around. Did
Yeah.
it feel like that while y'all were in it?
Well, I didn't think we were terrible, but we had a lot of injuries. We had 18 sophomores on varsity, and so we were young, and we had a lot of injuries in some key positions. But when we got healthy and we got on a roll, and it was magical. It was a lot
cool.
of fun. Yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
Brittany, what question that you wrote yourself do you have for Mark?
Well, of course, football season is exciting for you. What is the most exciting part about being a football coach? What do you like?
I love a lot of things. There's some things I don't like, but I do love a lot of
Right.
things. My wife would say the best part about coaching football is that your family can come and cheer at your job. And so
Oh, yeah, that's
your
wild.
family's probably going to come up here and sit at your desk
Andrew
and go
does.
crazy.
They do it all the time.
And cheer and eat M&Ms. Yeah. So that's fun. It's very family friendly. The environment is awesome. Getting to be around and help high school kids reach their goals and develop relationships with them. That's the best part. That's why I do it. And I think that I was born to do that. So I found my calling.
Oh,
for
awesome.
Sure.
Mark, so fans, coaches get criticized a lot.
What?
Breaking news, Mark. Do you get on social media? Do you read comments? People can just be so dang nasty.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm getting older, and I say that I'm 39, which is still kind of young in the coaching profession. But when I first got the head coaching job, I was 33, and I was really, really into social media. This is a good question, by the way. Like, Okay. You can cut that part out.
I'm the one that found all these questions.
So it's a really good question. I was really obsessed with what people were saying about me and our team, especially early on in my coaching career. And then I had a big incident in Wichita Falls where I was all over social media in a negative way, and it really, really bothered me. And I was at fault for a lot of it, but some of the stuff people were saying was really, really ugly and not true. And so really from that time, I've really limited myself to social media exposure, because a lot of times people will say things that they have no idea what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
You really just do TikTok now, right?
yeah. I don't even know what TikTok is. Is that like fake Vine? Is that what TikTok is?
It's a Chinese data collection app that you can get on your phone, and the kids all have it. That's, I worked for the city, and I was in the public information office, so it's amazing the misinformation you see out there. People just take stuff and run with it, take the stuff and go with it. My own policy is I just don't comment on social media anymore. These two don't even have Facebook.
No.
They're the smartest of all of us out here.
I got off of it. When it got really ugly, I got off of it, and I don't know, it's the best thing. I have Twitter.
Yeah.
I like getting on Twitter because you can really easily block people, and then I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
High school kids are real into Snapchat,
Yes.
and I won't let my kids have it because I've never heard the sentence, "Hey, did you see what I saw on Snapchat?" And then after that, it's been good. It's only been bad. So
It's never a birthday cake.
No. It's only been bad. So my advice is to stay off that stuff for sure.
Right.
I got one more question.
Yeah, we got time for
What
one
are you
more.
looking forward to most this year?
This has been a really crazy time. So we really hadn't been able to coach our kids well since early March, and we usually have like a spring ball, and then get to coach them through the summer, and then start in the fall, and that's going to be delayed a little bit. And so, I think just being able to get in front of our guys and coach them, we're going to have a good team. We have a lot of guys returning, but we've really invested, our coaches and really the community. We've invested a lot of time into these kids. Some of these seniors, I've been coaching since they were in 7th grade. Showing up at 7 a.m. to go through their 7th grade practice, and just to build this relationship with them for 6 years, and this is kind of the final deal. I'm really, really close with this group, and I'm ready to see it through.
It's cool. Our junior high football coach, he moved up to high school football coach when my grade did, and so we had him all 6 years, junior high through high school. That's
cool.
That was really good too. All right, hey, listen, we're out of time for this segment. You're going to come back in our 3rd segment when we have both coaches here to fight to the death.
It's going to be awesome.
Fight for home field. I don't know. So we're going to take a break. Grant Freeman's going to be here, and then we're going to be back with Grant and Mark after that. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the social space, the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world. Although we don't talk about the whole wide world a whole lot.
No.
I'm here at CROSSLIN. Right over here is who?
Brittany Douglas.
Sitting in for Jackie Hager.
Yes.
Do you feel like the aura in that chair?
I feel nothing but positive energy right
okay.
here.
Yeah.
The
Just
level of-
total happiness.
The level of energy is different, though.
Is it?
Brittany is much more just kind of calm and soothing, where Jackie's
Yeah, she's
like,
ready to take a nap.
yeah.
Well, it's 2 o'clock, so.
Yeah, it is nap time, siesta time. That's Andrew Bell sitting right there.
Yep. Old High grad.
What's that?
Old High grad.
Old High grad,
Yep.
yes. And speaking of Old High, sitting to my right, Grant Freeman. How you doing, sir?
Doing
Thanks for
real
being
well.
here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Is there stories and lore in the hallways of Old High about the Andrew Bell?
There is actually about him and Marc Bindel, who was sitting in this chair before. There's some graffiti. There's some things that we've been meaning to talk to them about. I don't actually think they got their diplomas because they still had them on hold from book fines and graffiti fines. So, but we say they graduated from that.
Grant, I don't know if you know this, but if you ever saw pictures of the 2001 Coyotes, my dad actually built that coyote head.
The big, huge,
big
yeah.
one.
Oh, we
yeah.
need to-
So that's
that.
what
Can we get
everybody
that?
talks
Can we get
about.
a picture?
Yeah.
We can get a picture.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, everybody talks about that whenever because we just got a new run through last year, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, man, there used to be this one.
Oh, yeah.
So I always see pictures of it or hear pictures of it. So
Yeah.
it does have lore to
Yeah.
it. I guess what we were talking about.
Yeah. His
some
his
lore.
dad's helped build parts of these sets, I believe.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Grant, how do you, you know, I know that football has changed since I played, and the players have changed, but because there's so much more, I guess, training and weightlifting and I guess different workout groups that you can be a part of. How do you relate to these players and you know, they talk about players coach and all that kind of stuff. Can you explain that kind of philosophy?
Well, I think the biggest thing is in the business we're in, it's about relationships. We're in the people business. No matter if it's, you know, the staff that we work with, the parents that we have to, you know, work with, or the kids that we're around. And so you got to stay up to date with being able to talk to them. I mean, if I can't have a conversation with a kid anymore because I'm not relevant to them or things of that nature, then they're really not going to want to play for me or want to do things, you know, that we're asking them to do, because, you know, we're asking them to do tough stuff. I mean, it's 100 and something degrees outside, and we're asking them to put on 40 pounds of pads and run around and lift weights and do those things. So I think for me, it's all about relationships and being able to build those and to work with those kids. And, you know, high school has changed a lot and football has changed a lot, but really it hasn't changed very much from, you know, the 20 years that we've been out. You know, guys are still worried about, you know, the next, you know, talking to a girl and, you know, different things like that. And it's just magnified a little different because they've got that phone in their pocket that gives them access to the world a little bit more than we had, thank goodness.
Yeah, I always say thank goodness there wasn't the internet when I was growing up. I'm gonna be in jail for sure.
Definitely, definitely.
So you're talking about relationship building and your players and how you have to get on their level. Is there any other challenges as a coach that you experience? What's your biggest challenge?
Well, I think challenges, you know, when you have to deal with random global pandemics that shut things down and adjust schedules. You know, you deal with lots of different things that become challenges, you know, as far as communicating with kids. And some of the things that kids are dealing with now, they provide a little bit of a barrier for you to be able to build relationships with them. But when it comes down to it, it's talking to kids, talking to people, being able to be around those and build those things. So as far as challenges, yes and no. I think it's the way that you work within your own staff or with your own kids, and what some people might see as a challenge, we see as an opportunity. So that's really, I think it's your state of mind.
Right.
Nice. Grant, Marc got to tell one of his biggest coaching accomplishments, so I think it's only fair if you get to as well.
Sure.
And if you can do it in like an NFL film's voice, we might be able to reenact that while you're telling it. I'm just kidding. But yeah, what's your big? Was there a season? Was there a game? What was your biggest accomplishment?
So I'll keep it Wichita Falls-ish. You know, I took over the Coyotes 3 years ago, and pretty tough time for them. They'd been 1-9 multiple years, and so we were kind of tasked with taking something that was not in a good place and turning it around to what it should be and where it should be. And we've been in the playoffs the last 2 years, but very similar to Marc. You know, we started out last year 1-4 in our non-district, and it was a weird season for us. We were injured and just weren't meshing well with some of the kids that we were having to play, and then came back and ended up making the playoffs and making a run of two, you know, got to the third round, won 2 playoff games, which was awesome. And then for us and for our city, you know, we got to play Ryder again for the first time in the playoffs, and I think, you know, they came out on top, but I think, you know, if you look at it from this city standpoint of how big a deal that was for our city to be able to have that around Thanksgiving, and you know, we've been able to do those things that's really just stirred interest in our city, and I think that part has been the best part for me. And I didn't use my NFL Films voice, but you know, I tried to describe it as best I could. On the frozen tundra of Memorial Stadium. So.
Eric, what was your biggest football accomplishment?
We're going to get in that in the third segment, because mine are all lows, but I love talking about them anyway. So what we're going to do, originally we had Hershey's coach going to be our third segment. He had something come up. He had to bail. I just want to let everyone know we were being fair, having all 3 coaches here.
Yes.
So we're just going to throw an audible. Brittany's had all the football talk she can handle.
Oh, come on.
Cheerleading, but you were a cheerleader. You had to watch
I was a Ryder cheerleader, yes.
Yeah.
So,
good.
Do you remember any cheers at all? We had one in Robinson. It was blue, 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 white, 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 white. Because we were blue and white. That was
We
good.
didn't do anything like that.
Yeah.
But yes, I do remember some.
Okay.
I
good,
feel
like-
like we were always in the football players' way, so sorry, coaches and
Yeah.
players. But yeah, it's fun.
Okay.
I love football.
There you go. From a cheerleader's perspective, now we're going to kick you off the show.
Okay.
We're going to have nothing but men here. We're going to start burping and doing all sorts of fun stuff. Thanks, Brittany. We're glad you're back in the office.
Yes.
We're glad you're back in the office.
Yeah.
Me too.
And we're going to have both coaches, Marc and Grant, here when we come back with the social space.
Is this gonna be all right? You think the lighting's okay? We can make it brighter. So the town named Tater Knob comes from Tate Knobloch, who's the old man that come through around 1816, and everybody called him Tater on account of his head was kind of big and bumpy and covered in brown spots. It looked a lot like a potato, which is a delicacy around these parts. One day, Tater got bludgeoned to death with a brick by a gang of violent children. And everyone says, Tater, your knob, Tater, your knob, Tater, knob, Tater, knob. He had passed on by then.
Hey, welcome back to the Social Space Segment 3, discussion topic time. This is our show all about football. Man, we're breaking protocol here.
We are.
We kicked off a host. We have two guests
Is
on
this
at the
Jackie's
same time.
chair?
That's
That is
Jackie's
Jackie's
chair. That's
chair.
Do you feel the aura?
Wow.
I can.
So I'm in
Marc Bindel,
Andrew's chair.
Grant Freeman,
Yeah.
writer, old high in case you can't
It's not
tell.
a bad deal here. I'm about to unionize the staff back there.
Yeah, Jackie Grant's been causing trouble among the troops.
Sorry.
He's trying to get everyone to unionize.
Yeah,
Ask
sorry.
for more pay. Guys, I want to ask you both a question. We're going to bring up a picture here real quick. Hayden, pop that over here for me. How would you use this specimen on your team here? I'll go ahead and tell you, I'm thinking I was probably middle linebacker there, probably
The numbers deceive me.
60.
That's an O-line number for
That means
sure.
that means
You
I
won't be
showed up
playing there.
after practice training had already started.
I'm kind of worried about the football with the full stripe all the way around it, the friendship bracelet on the arm, and the six, the iron-on 6 being smaller than the 0.
You're not going to get a lot of playing time, and let me tell you why. You're going to be spending a lot of time in concussion protocol because you're wearing a fishbowl with a 1-bar face mask.
Yeah, and your
By
knee
the way,
pad.
this is how many people I killed.
Yeah, your knee pad is bigger than your shoulder pad.
Y'all,
It
Studley.
is good.
I
Look at
forgot
that.
to tell my mom I wanted to play football. I think this was 7th or 8th grade till they had already started. And I was like, oh, no, Mom, I want to play. And so we got there, and everything was what was left. I got everything that
Do
was
I
left.
see a rat tail hanging out the back, or is that
Okay,
a mullet?
Okay,
at the
so
back?
let me tell you what we did in about 1988 is when this was. Young Eric CROSSLIN here. We would you'd get perms on your hair from here to here, and then you just rock that. So I was probably growing it out and getting it ready for the perm.
I like that. Did you have the perm?
I've
in your
never
back?
gotten a perm on my. I did the chili bowl.
I had the
A bad version of
rat
the chili
tail.
bowl.
Here's the deal.
But not the chili bowl.
You look good, you feel good, you play good.
That's right. That is right. That's true.
Can I tell y'all though, in backyard football, because there's no contact, it's arm tackling, I was great. You could not get me down. I would worm out everything. And so I was like, boy, I'm about to be a football star for Robinson High School. Here we go, just like backyard football. Well, when you started hitting and when your pads didn't fit right, it was a whole new experience. And I was on the bench 99.9%.
How long did it take you to put your pads in your pants with the belt?
Well, first of all, a friend had to tie that bracelet on and help me out with that. Andrew, do you have any of your war stories for playing for? You guys went to state or regionals? Or?
State semis.
State semi.
But I actually played on Mark's senior team. We weren't very good.
Yeah,
but
my senior year, Andrew was a sophomore. It's very similar to this team I had 2 years ago. We had a lot of sophomores on varsity starting, and we had ups and downs. We had ups and downs and missed the playoffs by a game.
Yep.
But then that kind of set the foundation for them for the next 2 years. And Andrew didn't have stories because he was a stud.
That's not
He's
true.
a stud. He's an athlete. He's still an athlete. He's still an athlete. He gets out on the field and is just dominating high school kids.
This is not true.
Very true. He's being very humble right
know.
We all appreciate your humbleness.
That's why the
We all
M&Ms
appreciate
move closer to us for
right.
some reason.
That's right.
I'm not sure what's going on.
You can't be that good looking and that athletic and not dominate.
I haven't had as much hair as he has in my life combined.
You and me both.
Combined.
That's right.
What, Grant? What do you know about Marc? How do you guys know? Just know each other from coaching? There were some
Easy
stories
enough.
being whispered in ears over here earlier.
So I guess when I moved here, Marc and I really kind of met and have developed a friendship, and it's been fun. It sounds crazy, but it's been, with the rivalry of the two schools, it's actually been really fun to get to play against and coach against somebody who I'm good friends with.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Marc and I graduated the same year, and
That's
come
crazy.
from about the kind of the same walks of life and enjoy the same types of things. So it's been a lot of fun. I love coaching against him. I love that we've kind of held up our end of the bargain of getting Old High back to the spot where those games are really fun. I loved getting to play twice last year, but so we've known each other for about 4 or 5 years.
And who can relate more to each other? Two head coach. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, and we, you have to deal with a lot of the same things, and so he's a good sounding board for
Yeah,
me, and I
right.
try to be that for him as well. And so it's a lot. I mean,
That's right.
you can add in anytime you'd like there.
I know Marc's personality pretty well.
Yeah.
He's very strategic and mathematical in his processes that he puts out there. Are you like that too?
I'm a little different. We do have different personalities. I'm very. Marc thinks about things a lot longer than I do, and I just go down the list a lot quicker. And so he brings up things angles that I've never thought of, or different things like that. And so it works really well when we get to bounce ideas off of each other because of that.
He's trying to make it sound like I'm some smart nerd and he's just this lonely soldier. I'm just telling you, his name is not Mr. Freeman. He is officially Dr. Freeman.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
He's Dr. Freeman,
Yeah,
guys.
we're getting there. We're getting there. We're not totally officially there yet. We're almost there.
Was there a
We're
time?
Very
almost
impressive.
there.
Very impressive.
Was there a time when y'all were playing or coaching against each other that you outsmarted one another?
He outsmarted. I mean, look at the scores. He's outsmarted me a lot recently.
No, I think coaching is a lot to do with your players and the program that you built, and less to do with X's and O's. A lot of casual fans, especially those that are in the stands yelling at our games, think it's like X's and O's is the thing, and it's really not. It's really first off, the players that you've had, and really at Ryder, we've been very fortunate. I've been there 12 years. We've had good players. I mean, and that's why we've had success, because we have players that come through and they work hard. And I think that's a testament to Coach Ponder, who built the program, and Coach Gar, who kept it going. And I was a part of those staffs. And so just to have those guys build it, that's really a lot of the key to our success and Ryder's success, and some of the stuff that Old High's been able to do and turn around, and less X's and O's. Less X's and O's.
I think there's so much more that goes in. Like you said, I think there's so much more that goes into a program than the play you actually call. It's not Madden. I mean, it's not. You can't just select out of a menu and have a play work based on those things. I mean, there's getting kids to buy into what you're doing, getting things all in place, and really it becomes a lot more than that. Where as far as a program goes.
But I will say, you call a play and it hits versus Old High.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
It's not, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not going to be just
What's
real
the score
excited.
the next time
gonna
y'all
be going,
play? What's the score?
This upcoming season?
Yeah, who knows?
Next time you play.
Who knows? I mean, we're
It'll
going to
probably
win.
be
I'm asking for predictions.
It'll be high scoring again, I would imagine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I look forward to having
We've had
football
a lot
back.
of different scores.
Most of them have been high scoring though. I mean, both of us are offensive minded, so
Yeah.
high
Awesome.
scoring.
Well, we can't wait. We cannot. Everyone wants football to get back on. We cannot wait to see you guys play again. And thank you guys
Absolutely.
for both being on.
Sure.
We've got
Thank
we've
you.
got a gift card we've got to give away real quick. This week it's to the Gypsy Kit, $25. Christy Oceaner Henry, you are the winner of that $25
Right.
gift.
Congratulations.
So we're going to reach out to
Congrats.
you. Get on the Social Space Facebook page, and like around Wednesday or Thursday, we get on there and give away another one. All you got to do is tag somebody in that. And,
Support local restaurants.
yeah, we're supporting all local restaurants. We're staying downtown here first, and then we're going to branch out. There you go. Football. Let's do every show about football.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is so
Just
great.
through the season. Yeah, no, I'm just getting started. All right, thanks guys. Appreciate you being on behalf of Brittany Douglas over there, Hayden Gershner, Andrew Bell, Marc Bindel, Grant Freeman. I'm Eric CROSSLIN. This has been The Social Space. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That's it.
Very
Right?
much.